Hello students, we will start a new chapter in mathematics, coordinate geometry. This chapter in your maths is very scoring because it's very simple and very easy, and because this is the first time in standard 9th you are getting introduced to coordinate geometry, so just we have to go through the introduction part and very simple and easy problems. So this chapter will give you 100 out of 100% in exam. You can score full out of full marks in this chapter, and I will help you with all the questions, solving all the questions, discussing all the questions in R.S. Agarwal, important questions from NCERT, R.D. Sharma, or any other books. Okay, so that you no need to go here and there searching for different books and solving different type of questions. I will get you everything here at one point. So first term in this chapter is ordered pair. What is this ordered pair? You will always come across this ordered pair thing in this chapter. Okay? A pair of numbers A and B. In this ordered pair, there are two numbers used, A and B, listed in specific order. They are always listed in a specific order, first place and second place. Like this, you can see one number in the bracket, you write one number, and after that you give a comma and you write second number. This is called ordered pair, and this ordered pair is can't be reversed, like it's not equal. A comma B is not equal to B comma A. That means if two numbers are written 2 comma 3, this will not be equal to 3 comma 2. This is different ordered pair, and this is different. This is a different specific ordered pair. This is a different ordered pair. Okay, the same goes with the negative numbers. Like if 2 comma minus 2 is written, you can't write it like minus 2 comma 2. This is different point, this is different point. Okay, these two are not equal. If the numbers are reversed, or the same number, the negative number of the same number is there, they are different. They cannot be equal. They are two different things. They are two giving points for two different points. They are locating two different things on the your graph paper. We will see it further. Your next thing is coordinate axes. As you can see in the picture, two fixed lines perpendicular to each other. These two lines are perpendicular to each other. They can't be moved. They are always perpendicular to each other. Okay? These are called coordinate axes. Okay, and your coordinate geometry is basically a combination of geometry. You are solving geometry problems using algebra on coordinate planes. Okay, using coordinates. So the name is coordinate geometry. So this is x-axis. You have seen this x-axis till now. We were using the number lines. So you are introduced to the number lines, na? Like this 0, from the right side of the 0 is positive integers, and the left side of 0 is negative integers. As you will move on, the same thing will happen in this. The same thing is, this number line is nothing but the part of this. Okay, so this is the x-axis, which is also known as your abscissa, and the y-axis, which is known as ordinate. And x and y axis is always perpendicular to each other, and this point where they intersect, the point where these two lines, these two axes intersect, is called O, and this point is nothing but the 0. At this point, the value of x and the value of y is 0. You can see this is a number line. If you will see, this is a number line and this is the 0. And if you will see from up to down, this is also a number line going from this direction to this direction, and this is a 0. So at this point, both the x and y is a 0. Okay. So now we will see how we locate points on this, how we put points on this, and how we name it. So as you can see, there is a point P whose coordinates are a comma b. This is called what? Coordinate of a point. This coordinate is nothing but the location of that point on this Cartesian plane. Okay, so in this a, the first number, whatever will be the first number, suppose 2, 3, then the first number is nothing but x coordinate. What? X coordinate. And the second number is y coordinate. So basically it's x comma y. X coordinate comma y coordinate. So x represents the distance from point 0, or you can say y axis on x line, on your x axis, and y coordinate, or b, you can say, is the distance from x axis on y axis. Distance of y coordinates from x axis. Okay. We can understand this with the help of few numbers. Like suppose I say coordinates are given. Suppose I say the coordinates are given. First one is 5, 2. Second one is -2, -5. Okay. So in first coordinate, x is 5 and y is 2. So x is 5 at this point. So and y is 2 at this point. So we will extend it like this. And this point is what? This point is 5, 2. This is the coordinate of this point. Okay. The next one is this was A, this was B point. So the A point is 5, 2, and the name of that point will always be written in capital letter. Okay, the point will always be marked in capital letter. Okay, then B point. B point is -2x and -5y. So this point is B and the coordinates are -2 and -5. Suppose there is a point C which is 3, -2. So x is what? 3. And 2 is what? Y axis, -2. So this point is C and the coordinates are -3, 2. Okay? Understood? Let's take one more point for better understanding. -4, 3. So x is what? X is -4. So on x axis, -4 is here, and y axis 3 is here. So we will join it, extend both the lines, and where they will intersect, where they will meet, this point is D minus 4 comma 3 is the coordinate of this point. Understood? So this, like this, we take out points on these x and y axis or your Cartesian plane. As you can see, these x-axis and y-axis lines are dividing this plane in 4 different parts. Okay, so we consider this as the first coordinate, and we go in a anti-clockwise direction. What direction? Anti-clockwise direction. Clock moves from this side to this side, like suppose your clock is like 12, 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 4, 5, 7, 8, 10, 11, and always your time moves from 1, 2, 3, 4 like in this direction. So this is a clockwise direction, and the direction opposite to that is anti-clockwise direction. So the coordinates always move in, we name the coordinates in anti-clockwise direction. This is first coordinate, and when you go in anti-clockwise direction, this is your second coordinate, this is your third coordinate, and this one is your fourth coordinate. Okay, as you can see, as you will see, in your first coordinate, the x is also positive and the y will also be positive. That means in this coordinate, any point, suppose this point is what? 3, 3 is positive. X is also positive, y is also positive. If you will take any point in this, what is the name of this point? X is 2, y is 4. So again, x and y is positive. Let's take any other point. This point, x is 4, y is 1. So you can see always x is positive and y is positive. So in first quadrant, x will be positive and y will be always positive. Similarly, in the second quadrant, come to the second quadrant. In this, you can see the negative part of the x, the negative numbers of the x and the positive number of the y is there. So in this quadrant, x will be negative and y will be positive. Okay, so if you will take any point in this quadrant, so this point will be x is minus 3 and y is 3. X will be negative and y will be positive. Suppose you take this point. This point is x is minus 5, y is 2. X will always be negative and y will be positive. X will be negative, y will be positive. If you see any number written like this, minus 6 comma 3, you can by seeing these coordinates, you can say that this first number is negative, second number is positive. So this point lies in second quadrant. Okay, we will see all these by doing questions in questions. Okay, similarly, this is the third quadrant, and in third quadrant you can see the x-axis is also negative and the y-axis is also negative. So both the numbers will be negative. Both the coordinate of x-axis and y-axis will be negative. Suppose this point, so minus 3 comma minus 2. X is minus 3, y is minus 2. Take any other point. This point is x is minus 4, y is minus 3. So if it's given minus 5 comma minus 6, if both the numbers are negative, you can say this point C lies in third quadrant. Any number with both the negative x and y negative lies in what? Third quadrant. You can say third quadrant. In first quadrant, both were positive. In second quadrant, x was negative and y was positive. In third quadrant, both were negative. In fourth quadrant, with what is coming? Positive part of x and negative part of y. So x will always be positive and y will be negative. Suppose you take this point, x is 2, y is minus 2 at this point. So in this quadrant, x will always be positive and y will be negative. Okay. We have arranged that in your chart like XOY, XOY. This is the first quadrant. XOY is the first quadrant, and in this quadrant both the numbers are positive. That means both the numbers are positive, means greater than 0. Negative numbers are less than 0. You have already studied in your integer chapters. Okay. So x is greater than 0, y is greater than 0. In second quadrant, x is negative and y is positive. So x is less than 0 and y is greater than 0. X is less than 0, y is greater than 0 in second quadrant. In third quadrant, x and y both is negative. Just now we have seen. So both are less than 0. X is also less than 0, y is also less than 0. Both are negative. In your fourth quadrant, come to your fourth quadrant, x is positive side of x was there and negative side of y was there. So x is positive, y is negative. So x is greater than 0, y is less than 0. Okay, understood? Let's start with the first question. Your first question is, draw the line XOX and XOY as axes on plane of the graph paper and plot the point given below. You have to show all these points on your Cartesian plane. Okay. So let's start. So what we will do, we will start drawing. We have drawn x-axis and y-axis. This is your O, this is x, this is x dash, this is y and y dash. Okay. So for the first, we will start numbering. This is suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. Both sides you have to keep the equal distancing, equal spacing both on x-axis and y-axis. This is -x, -3, -2, -1. Similarly, this is positive y-axis. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So first point is, your first point A is 5, 3. So x is what? 5 and y is 3. X is 5 and we will extend this x till y is 3. So this point is what? A, and the coordinates are 5, 3. Next move to the second number, second B point. B is x is -3, y is 2. X is -3 here and y is 2. We will extend it till 2 of y. At this point is B x is minus 3, y is 2. Like this you will draw in your graph paper. Similarly, as I am drawing, the C point is minus 5 comma minus 4. So x is minus 5, y is minus 4. X is minus 5 at this point, and we will extend this till y is minus 4. And these will intersect at this point, and this point is C, and the coordinates are minus 5 comma minus 4. Similarly, D point, x is 2, y is 6. X is 2 and y is 6. Minus 6. Minus 6 is here and 2 is here. We will extend it down, and 2 comma minus 6. This point is D. Understood? This is your first example of your RS Agarwal. Let's move to the second example. We will solve each and every question. Now your second question. Second question says that in which quadrant do these given points lie? So we have already studied first quadrant, both positive. Second quadrant, x negative, y positive. In third quadrant, x both negative. In fourth quadrant, x positive, y negative. Okay, so you can see in first number x is what? Positive, and y is negative. So this point lies in fourth quadrant. Okay, in second question, x is negative, y is positive. So x negative and y positive, second quadrant. In third question, both are negative, so third quadrant. And in last one, both are positive, so first quadrant. Okay, you can also do by doing this simply, like where they will lie. Like 4 will always be on this side, and minus 2 will be on this side, suppose. So this point will lie here somewhere in fourth quadrant. Minus 3 and 7. Minus 3 will be here somewhere, and 7 will be up somewhere here. So this will lie in second quadrant. Minus 1 will be here, and minus 2 will be here somewhere. So this will lie in third quadrant. And in this 3 and 6, this, if you will join them, this will lie in first quadrant. You can do like this, you can do like this also. Okay, you can do it in any way you're confident. Now let's move to next question, and next question is write down the coordinates of each point P, Q, R, S, T as shown in the figure given on next page. I mean this page only. Okay, so let's start with P. First point is P. So what is the coordinates of P? X is 2 and y is 4. So coordinate for point P is 2, 4. After P, Q. For Q, x is 4 and y is 2. So 4, 2. After P, R, x is minus 2 and y is 3. So minus 2, 3. For point S, x is 5 and y is minus 3. So 5, minus 3. For point T, x is minus 4 and y is minus 1. So minus 4, minus 1. So we can write like P 2, 4, Q 4, 2, R minus 2, 3, S is 5, 3, T is minus 4, minus 1. Okay, done. Any confusion, you can again see. We will continue this question in next video. I'm putting this in the thumbnail. After in the end of this video, you will get the thumbnail of the second video. So please continue with the second video. We will solve all the examples and the exercise and everything.